What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jerome, and I'm coming to you tonight with the review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season number 11, episode 12, and the episode was titled The Peaches of Tokyo. So, without further ado, we are going to get started with the video. Oh, good God. Why is Kim back with this show? Don't be and it's coming on Sunday, February 17th. I hope it's not elite. Oh, God, I hope it don't. Oh, good God. So, she's doing music again. Why? And can anybody tell me why this girl got this show? Like, I know she said the reunion last year. She doesn't have her own show for no reason. Well, bitch, we would love to know why you had this show, because really, you and your kids are looking alike. And that's sad. Your daughter's, Brielle, is what, 20 something, 22? And she looks every bit of 30 and 40. And then the youngest one starting to look like them too. Like, God damn, man, that's horrible. But, you know, if Kim and them like it, I love it. But I'm not watching that show. All right, y'all. So we're going to start up with Kandi. And quick blurb about Kandi. So I know a lot of people do not watch Big Brother. But last week, I don't know which day, but Kandi moved into the Celebrity Big Brother house. So she's going to be in there for about 2 weeks, playing for $500,000 and a $50,000 grand prize at the end of it. I don't know if that's for charity or not. I would assume it is, since it's a celebrity edition of it. But like I said, she's in the Celebrity Big Brother house. Celebrity Big Brother starts tomorrow night on CBS. Check your local listings for it. I forget what time it comes on. It's a 2-night premiere. I think it's 8/7 Central, or I think it might be 8/7 Central. But like I said, if anybody is interested in checking it out, go check it out. I did a video for it earlier. I did a video for it last week about the cast of Celebrity Big Brother, which I think I still have the cast list. And you know, like I said, Kandi is in the house. Tamar Braxton's in the house. Dina Lohan. You got Ryan Lochte. You got Jonathan Bennett, who played Aaron Samuels in Mean Girls. And it's a lot of other people. But like I said, if you guys are interested in checking out Celebrity Big Brother, check it out tomorrow on CBS. Like I said, check your local listings and check it out. It's a really, if you're not into Big Brother, watch this. It's really fun and it's really interesting. So we are going to move forward. So we see Kandi. She is shooting a commercial for that dungeon thing. That dungeon variety show that she's going to do. And then we see Eva shows up. So, you know, she and Eva, they sit down, they have a conversation with one another. And then they bring up Porsche, and you know how Porsche was at the at Tanya's house talking about how Eva shaded Cynthia. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, but you did shade Cynthia. You shaded Cynthia since the first episode. So, you know, if Eva want to play like she didn't shade Cynthia, let Eva play like she didn't do it, which we all know the cameras don't lie. You shaded her, and it is what it is. I mean, it ain't like it was something you said something significantly bad about Cynthia, but you did shade Cynthia in the same breath. You know, then Kandi talking about how when it comes to Porsche, you know, she supported Porsche, but you know, Porsche did start shading her, and she just didn't understand where it came from. Which I'm gonna give Kandi that one. Yeah. So basically, sorry, pause. Kandi tells Eva that she needs to address it, and you know, she says, you know, but then she does say what I just said. You know, Eva does say stuff, but then when it comes to the group or whatever, Eva, she backpedals about it. Like the whole Shamia thing, when they were at, whose house were they at? When they were at the Bailey Q. And you know, she had said something about Shamia when everybody was talking about, she was talking about, you know, Shamia being black. So I'm not even gonna bring that shit up again, but you know, we were talking about that. So I mean, even Kandi, I don't know why Kandi didn't just, you know, lead with that to begin with, instead of, you know, Portia shades her. Like, you could have been like Eva, but you have been shady toward other people, so it's not completely out of the realm that you could have been, you know, shaded to Cynthia. Now, it might have been harmless shade, but shade is shade nonetheless. So hopefully we can move past this shit with Eva and Portia, because it's stupid and it's nothing, to be quite honest with you. All right, so then we see Portia. So Portia's at her house, and then Nene comes over to her house. So they sit down, and Nene asks Portia, "Is she ready for the Tokyo trip?" And Portia is not sure if she's ready for this trip just because of how long it's going to take to get to Tokyo, and she's just coming out of her first trimester, so she's just not 100% sure, but I guess she's ready for it. And then they start talking about Kandi. She was like, "Well, how do you think things are gonna be between you and Kandi on this trip?" And Portia's like, "What going on this trip? I don't want no drama with nobody. We had our issue. I want to move past it. We can be cordial. We can have fun and laugh and whatever." And and then Portia also says, "I just don't want you guys to bring up anything as well. Like, I'm not gonna say anything. I hope Kandi doesn't say anything, and I want you guys to be quiet as well, because we know with this group of girls, they always manage to find a way to bring up the shit that is happening between Portia and Kandi, which we all know how passive aggressive Kandi is, but I wish that when it came down to these girls, again, like I said, Kandi is passive aggressive. Let Kandi fight her battles for herself, or let the Kandi Code click fight for her. Which she did a video about that, talking about everybody talking about her group always has something to say. They do. Now I get it that Bravo has y'all talk about that shit. I definitely understand that, but your group has such strong opinions about you and Portia. Actually, let's go back. Your group has such strong opinions about you and Portia. They had strong opinions about you and Phaedra. So your group, they're not innocent. Like, especially Juanita and Karma. And now you got Jamie in the mix. Like, yeah, your group got a lot of shit to say. Like, what the fuck? But now we are gonna move over to this trip. I don't know. Did Portia say that she was gonna tell the girl? Oh, well, I know Nene asked her what she's gonna tell the girls about her being pregnant, which she is gonna tell them. Well, I don't know if she said if she had planned on it or not, but we're just gonna move on. All right, so now we are getting ready for the Tokyo trip. So we see all the girls. They make it to the airport. They get on the flight. They head to Tokyo. I think that flight was 14 hours. I'm like, good damn, I don't know if I could sit that long. So then they finally make it to Tokyo. All the girls are there. Their bags have made it, with the exception of Marlo's bags. And then Cynthia, she's talking about how she might get another tattoo while she's there. And Portia says something about, why don't you get something about Mark, whatever his name is. And somebody asked Portia, does she have a tattoo of Dennis? She said yes. She has a matching tattoo of Dennis right here on her neck. She said it's a cross, a heart, something else. I forgot what the fuck it was. So then we see the girls that go out for dinner. That dinner, I would have been just like Kandi. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Now, we all know how Kandi is about food. We all know Kandi loves food. But in this instance, Kandi ain't here for the food. She's like, whatever this is, when we leave here, I'm going to go get me something else to eat because I'm going to be hungry. And she's upset. She's not feeling the food. Whereas Cynthia's feeling the food, which I'm like, oh, okay, if you say so. So, then Tanya stands up. She tells the group that, she has a special guest that'll be there with them. So then this lady comes in. I forgot what her name was. Ava, something like that. So she's going to be the tour guide for them. So the lady is telling them that, she basically she wants them to be punctual and on time. So she tells them a time to be, ready for the next day. She wants them all to be ready by 11 a.m. And you got Nene. She's talking about with this group of girls, they always late, which we all know that Kandi's number one to be late. And then, Bravo played the flashbacks of all the times that the girls have been late when it comes to Nene. And then also, before the tour guide came out, they were talking about Eva, how Eva said she got arrested when she was in Tokyo a few years ago when she was working there. And the reason why she got arrested is because she was out on the street and they thought that she was a prostitute. I'm like, oh, I guess because they ain't never. I'm not gonna even say that. I'm gonna keep that little tidbit to myself. So yeah. So Eva says, okay. So then Eva says, what? She wants to have a cool, calm trip, and she wants everybody to, if there's anything that you need to say, Get it off your chest now. And she says she's gonna start with Porsche. So then she says she talks to Porsche about the whole shady comment, and I'm in agreement with Porsche. It just wasn't that deep, and it wasn't that serious for you to be harboring these feelings or whatnot. And then Eva said that there's character assassination, and I'm like, Eva, do you not know what the definition of character assassination is? Like, that one character assassination, man. You said what you said about Cynthia, so that's not character assassination, and it's on camera. Like, I don't know if Eva forgot that the camera crew was filming her that day, but maybe she did. Who knows? So then Marlo says, she's heard from the streets that Eva was talking about her like a cat, and he was like, you ain't heard that from no damn streets. I ain't said shit about you. And I'm like, but them confessionals say otherwise. They say otherwise, baby girl. Whoo, them confessionals. So then we get Porsche. She is talking. She pulls Nene to the side, and she tells Nene that she is going to tell the girls that she's pregnant. So then they come in there with one of those gongs, and Nene is banging on the gong, and Porsche has girls say Ning Chin Chu or something like that. I forgot what she said. And they ask her, what does that mean? And she says, I'm pregnant, and they all are happy. They're all happy for Porsche that she's pregnant. Speaking of, man, something I noticed in this episode. Now, Marlo has been a friend of the Housewives for God knows how many years now, and she's only had one confessional look, and that was last season. And if you blinked hard enough, you missed it. But here we are with Tanya, who is a friend of the Housewife, her first season, and although she just has one confessional look, that confessional look has been played now 3 times at least. To Marlo's 1 time in the last, how long has Marlo been on the show? For like 6 years, 7 years maybe? Whoo, Marlo should feel a certain type of way about Tanya. But I'm starting to see why Tanya didn't get that peach. Because she's going against the big head honcho, Sir Nene. Oh, so I did forget to mention that Eva did tell all the girls they have a suite. All the suites are the same, so no one room is better than the other. I guess it was a IE to Kandi. So then we see the girls the next morning, all getting ready. Kandi is trying to figure out how to open up the iron. Porsche is calling Dennis, who's not answering the phone. And then we go over to Eva's room, who has a phone call from her mom telling her that her grandfather had a heart attack and that, he may not make it. So then we see Eva. She goes over to Kandi's room, and she is upset. And she asks Kandi, does she have any alcohol? She says, I don't drink alcohol, but I just got some bad news. And she proceeds to tell Kandi what happened. And, Kandi consoles her, and, they, it seems like it got better for her. But she did take that bottle of champagne with them. So, like I said earlier, the tour guide, she told all the girls to be on time, be there at 11 a.m. So, we see the tour guide. She's standing outside of the bus that the little tour bus that they're gonna get on. We see Eva and Tanya. They show up at 10:45. We have Porsche. She shows up at 10:52. We got Kandi and Cynthia. They show up on time. Then we get 11 o'clock. Nobody's shown up. We get 11:21, 11:15, 11:21. No one shows up. So then I don't know who showed up first. Was it Shamari or if it was Nene? I think it might have been Nene who showed up at 11:34. Then Shamari showed up, and then Marlo showed up. I'm like, this woman just sat there and told y'all to be on time, and here y'all are making a mockery of this woman's time. Like, what the fuck? And here's my thing with it. So when I used to back with top model days, when the girls would go out of this country, and like when I don't know if even them cycle, they went to Japan. I think their cycle went to Japan. And when it comes to those go-sees, you have to be in these different countries. You have to be on time. Like, you got to be punctual with them, because if you are not on time, you lose the job to the next person. But whatever. But I find it kind of funny that the one person who has so much to say about the girls not being on time was let her damn self. And then they get in the bus, and Kandi tells the girls what happened with Eva, and they all feel some emotions toward that. And then, Nene's talking about what's going on between her and Greg, which I don't really care to get into, to be quite honest with you. So, here's the thing that bothered me. So when they all were all on the bus together, Marlo was in her feelings because nobody reached out to her, see if she needed any deodorant, anything, or any necessities basically. And I'm just like, Marlo, you upset with them, but they're not the ones who lost your bags. Like, why are you upset with them? Like, I didn't understand that. So then we see the girls that go to this temple. So they pull fortunes and they all start reading their fortunes. And, Tanya read her fortune. Nene, when it comes down to her, she's shading Tanya unnecessarily because Tanya hasn't really done much to her. Because with whatever Tanya said, it said something about marriage in there. And Nene said that, she may marry somebody else. And I'm like, why would you say that in front of this girl? Like, that's rude as fuck. So then, so then they go inside the temple and they start to pray. So then we see the girls, they go to lunch and, they're talking about, Porsche brought up Tanya and Paul, how they might be secretly married, spiritually married, whatever. I don't really give a flying fuck. I don't care. I really truly don't care if Tanya, I'm gonna call her Tanya because Tanya just does not flow perfectly for me. So we're gonna call her Tanya. So yeah, they talking about if she's married, spiritually married, not married, whatever. Like I said, don't give a damn, don't give a fuck, and I don't give a shit. Like, it's not my business, and it shouldn't be none of their business. Now, they did flashback to when Nene was telling Tanya, whatever. They were telling when she told her the same thing. And now the story, now it's all flipped and whatnot. And she's talking about she might, and then Tanya did mention to Nene that you said at the temple that I may marry someone else. And she said, it's not that deep to me. I've been married for 20 something years. That's off and on. You do remember you and Greg got a divorce. Just saying. And then, she gets mad and she starts getting loud and going back and forth with her. And I'm like, what the fuck? And where did this come from? It makes no sense. Like, it was stupid as fuck, to be quite honest with you. But that was the episode. Like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Love and Hip Hop New York. Oh, good God. How am I going to do Love and Hip Hop New York and watch Big Brother? And I still have not watched Cartel. Y'all, I'm probably not going to end up doing Cartel Crew since, what's the name is back? Not Married to Medicine, but How to Get Away with Murder is back. Because my plate is full right about now. But, if I do Cartel Crew, what I'm probably going to do is talk about whatever episodes that I've missed and just pick up with the current episode. So, see you guys later.